morning, my okay. In the morning, my friend and fellow singer Frank came over and surprised me with this uh, with
Very
this
nice.
flower. And my other friends Klaus and Heiko came over in the afternoon, and it was the identic.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
They know me very well.
Oh, that's so funny.
Great minds think alike.
My lavender is blooming here. I'll show you. It's just right behind me. It's just a little, wait, where is the,
Oh.
can you see the little plant right there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm trying to get closer.
Well, you have such a beautiful garden. It's a terrace or a garden. Or
Yeah,
what
it is. It's a little terrace or deck off of my kitchen. I don't know. I mean, there's the kitchen door and a fountain.
Oh wow!
And then all my plants that come back. Can you see my hostas and the horse?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very
And then
nice.
here we go.
Wow!
Here's down, well, next door, they're doing a major construction, but here's downstairs. The roses, the roses are all, have bloomed, but they'll come back.
Oh, beautiful.
That's a Brooklyn
That's
terrace.
nice.
Beautiful.
That's a really nice big outdoor space.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, how lucky am I, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Your little oasis.
Yeah.
Hey, Linda, you look gorgeous.
Wow!
Good morning. Yeah, my bells will see everything.
Oh, she's getting ready.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Letting your hair down.
Let my hair down.
Rapunzel,
Oh,
Rapunzel.
pretty.
Rapunzel, thank you. Yeah, ready for Napa.
You are definitely getting ready for the summer.
Mhm. Yes, yes. Thank you. Happy birthday, Jochen.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
very welcome. Happy birthday.
So, oh, that's beautiful.
Oh,
And the balloons for you.
wow!
That's sweet.
Wow.
Oh my God!
Wow.
So,
June 1st next year, we should all wish Jochen a happy birthday in person.
Yes, I agree.
that's a great idea.
That'll be an
Wow.
awesome idea.
Bring
I'm
out
in.
flowers.
I'm there.
I'm there.
Me
Remember
too.
then.
That's a great idea. I like that idea.
So, Artie asked me if I could think about a fun question, and I did.
Okay.
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 So I don't know if this is very appropriate, but I wrote something down and I will read it. So it's a little personal, but you don't have to answer my question. I want to know if you can dream at night and remember it. Let's not talk about nightmares. I'm asking about the beautiful dreams.
Ooh.
Do you have a favorite recurring dream? I start.
Oh.
In the last period, I dream more often again, and I can remember. I used to have a little notebook by my bed and write down when I wake up. There's one dream that always makes me very happy. I dream that I can fly.
Oh,
The landscape below me rushes by like the wind. Be it under my own power, or like this week, twice in a hot air balloon with a group of people. Maybe you are the group, my dear Belle.
oh.
Nice. Oh,
That's beautiful. Well, actually, I'm going to continue because one of my recurring dreams is flying also.
Wow.
Wow.
When I was in college, this is when I used to live in Philadelphia. I would always dream. I was on a third floor apartment, had a little tiny balcony, which I would climb out through the window. But I always had a dream that I would go out to the balcony and a UFO would come to me
Wow.
all around and then would bring me back. And I would, oh, I just loved it. I just enjoyed and just flying around out in the UFO. But there's something about flying,
Yeah.
it's about, freedom. It's, you're open. So that's one of my recurring dreams. And I enjoy that.
That's
I haven't had it recently.
amazing. I love the UFO part.
I think that might be more of a wish than a dream. Like, he really hopes that happens.
You got to start somewhere.
That's right.
That's
The thing is, it actually has happened because time isn't linear. That's already happened in your future.
Good point.
Mm.
That's true. Great question.
Sometimes I feel
Wow.
that we can't dream something we haven't already experienced. That's actually what I've thought a lot about. I know it's kind of an odd thing, right? But
Hmm.
I don't know if that's true or not.
no, I'm not saying it's a true fact. I've thought about it.
Interesting.
Go ahead, Sue.
Well, first of all, I've also had a recurring dream since childhood, also about flying in a way, but on my baby blanket.
Oh,
But I think I've told you guys about this when we've had other recurring dream things. But I would like to do something a little different now. I'd like to talk about my multifaceted friend, Jochen.
Oh,
So yesterday I was really thinking a lot about, what could I say that would be significant for Jochen's birthday? What could I do? So I thought, let me look up his name and see if there's a meaning to his name. And so when I looked up Jochen, what came up was the poet, and I say it loosely, Jochen Schlicht. Have you ever heard of him? Probably not. Anyway, I think he had 2 or 3 poems online, and this is the one I selected, partially because I could make it nice and big so that I could read it. Okay, here it is. You don't need Wi-Fi to relax. No connection to have sex. You can meet people where you are. You don't have to look so far. Look around and raise your head. I'm sorry, this is so choppy. I will make it the biggest bet. If you look, you won't regret. It'll be your best day, I just bet.
oh.
So now Jochen Schlicht will have as much cachet as Jochen Sievers.
Oh.
No.
Happy birthday, Jochen.
thank you.
Many joys and good health.
I promise.
Any other recurring dreams or?
I'll go. I had recurring dreams when I was a child of this Wolfman-like person always being under my bed. I think we did talk about this on Bells before. And so I would actually literally go from my door and run and jump onto my bed so the Wolfman guy couldn't get me if I got on. And I always dreamt that he'd take my, I had a bed with a canopy, like a big material over the bed. And I dreamt that he took the bed out the window with me in it. And that was a reoccurring dream for many years. But as in the last many years, I haven't had a recurring dream. But it's funny you asked about dreams, because last night I had this really weird dream, and I don't always remember them every night, but last night I was with Linda and we were in our room, like on a something retreat or something. And Reverend Barbara and my friend Clara came in and we're sitting in our room, and Barbara is telling this other lady, a friend of ours, about a dream and something about 15 minutes and her dream. And I just woke up and I'm like, why are you guys in my room, like our room? Like, how rude. And you know, I'm not a morning person, and you know that I don't, like, why would you sit there be talking so loud? And why are you doing it in my room? Why don't you do it in your own room, or do it outside, or do it in the living room? And I'm like kind of angry at them for like having to talk about their dreams in my room, Linda and I's room. And I'm so like, Linda, come on, let's go. And so Linda and I go, and we get our jackets to go outside. And as we're going outside, I could see in the window, and our friend Clara is with some man in our bed.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, does her husband know? And what is she doing? And I can't believe, and I'm like talking to Linda going, I can't believe she's in our bed. And I'm like, well, at least she's doing it on your side of the bed. And then Linda says, I'm going in there and washing the sheets. I have to wash the sheets. I have to wash the sheets right away. And then I woke up, and it's just so funny you asked about dreams, because it was such a bizarre dream with Linda and Barbara.
Oh my God. That's very funny.
It was very funny. That's what I woke up to this morning.
That's what you woke up to. Wow. Amazing.
That's funny.
I have to run inside to grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
And also, I find
Yeah, I wanna
recurring
say
dreams fascinating, because I went to a Tibetan doctor, and that's one of the questions on the questionnaire. They ask, what are your reoccurring dreams? Because it really gives them insight to what's going on psychologically, or if you had any traumas, or, but for me, is typically a really good reoccurring dream. Like that's about overcoming obstacles.
I remember 2 recurring dreams when I was growing up. It was always running down. I was in a subway on the platform, and always running, and always Native Americans chasing me, constantly chasing me, all kinds of regalia. And I used to have that dream all the time. Later on in life, I was always dreaming about being in bed and being afraid to have any of my limbs hanging off the bed, my arms or my feet or legs, scared because I thought these little beings were going to come and grab my arms or legs and drag me out of the bed and drag me off someplace. I used to have that a lot. But I don't have recurring dreams anymore. And a lot of times, I know we dream every night, and I don't dream and remember my dreams in detail, especially, I would say, in the last year or 2. I know I dreamt. I just remember 1 or 2 pieces of it, but I don't remember the details. The last dream that I had, while I'm dreaming it, I'm seeing the details and saying to myself, Barbara, remember. When you wake up, remember. But when I woke up, I couldn't remember the details. All I remember was this euphoric feeling that I completely released something I was holding on to. but I
Oh,
don't remember the details and what led up to that. There were other people in the dream too, people that I knew, but I don't remember the details. I just remember that feeling of complete release. It just felt so good. I guess that's all I need to remember, right? That I released something.
mhm. Right. Wow.
Can I say something?
Yes, yes, yes,
I think you can train yourself a little.
yes.
Um,
Okay.
you can if you go to sleep, then just wish yourself good dreams. And this little book on by my bed, this is really helping. So when I wake up after a dream, I just note a few things down, so I remember better. And of course, some things like alcohol or are bad for dreams.
Mhm.
I don't say that you're drinking alcohol, Barbara.
Okay.
But if you're having one beer is enough, and you won't remember your dream.
Okay. I have a book, Betty Beth Arts. It's called The Dream Book. And of course, she talks about everything in your dream being symbols. But in moving, I lost that book, so I have to reorder it. And this is the book that I always record my dreams in. And when I'm in the habit of recording my dreams, I always remember my dreams. And so I've started doing that again so that I could remember.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's a lot about dreams. There really is.
Mhm.
So I'm sorry, Coffee. Some kind of work is going on outside. So I just want to say happy birthday, happy Earth Day, Jochen. I wish you abundant blessings in this coming year for you. You are just a wonderful, wonderful being of light, love, and I absolutely adore you. You're multi-talented, multifaceted, multidimensional, and everything I know about you and feel about you is absolutely beautiful. And so happy birthday to you, my friend. All the best now and always.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ditto.
ditto, ditto.
Ditto, ditto.
Yay.
And Barbara, it's interesting you said that because we took a dream workshop and I can't remember the book, but one of the books, the only thing that was important about your dreams is how do you feel? So they want to know how did you feel in the dream and how did you wake up? So if you had a feeling of euphoria or something good, that's wonderful. But that's also one theory about dreams is it's releasing things and it's how do we feel about the dream?
Exactly. Right.
Yes, my doctor says the same thing too.
Yes. As a matter of
Same
fact,
thing.
yes.
Dr.
Mhm.
Casper says the same thing
That's
to me.
right. That's right.
He does.
How
That's
do you
very
feel
true.
about the dream? What do you think the dream means? Exactly. And even with nightmares, I learned that, we're so used to seeing something that's frightening and taking it as something horrific. But I believe it's Betty Beth Arts in her book. She talks about nightmares. In nightmares, it really step away from the fear and just look at the dream objectively. You find symbols that you need. For instance, a dream where you see yourself on a train track, maybe naked, the train goes by, and you're bloody. Wake up from that dream and you're scared shitless. But if you think about it and look at your life and what's going on, you realize that you have been giving away your energy and you need to take your energy back. It's possible in your life that, people wear you out and you don't know where to draw the line. Just allow people to just keep abusing you, using you, and not respecting you and respecting your space. And so all your energy is being depleted. And that's a way of looking at something that might be perceived as a nightmare. So I just wanted to add that.
Mhm.
Nightmares are not always nightmares.
Right, right.
It's
It's- yeah.
interesting.
It is our subconscious, right? And
Yes,
it is
yes.
what, it truly is a symbolic, imagery of something deeper. I mean, that's obviously a really basic definition of a dream. I just wanted to quickly add, because I think it's wonderful that you brought up, that's how you feel when you wake up, right? Like the actual feeling, like, how do I feel? Because I've been learning a lot about how we create our future, which is a dream also, right? You dream about what you want. What is your dream for the future? What do you want, or where do you see yourself being? But what you really do is you visualize yourself doing whatever it is, or seeing wherever but you have to have that feeling of how you will feel in that future moment. You have to bring the feeling into that dream at this moment as to how do you know what I'm saying? And so I'm fascinated that you brought up the same thing about our night dreams. How do we feel? Because that's really what it is. The feeling is the most important aspect of really almost as humans. So if you have this goal or dream that you want for your future, you just have to really bring the sensation of how you will feel being that, or doing that, or being there into the visualization.
Yeah. Heart and consciousness have to be in alignment. Absolutely.
But I guess I also just go and talk about dreams. As you brought up the question, I love the question, but I'm having such a hard time. I don't have any recurring dreams that were really positive. I mean, meaning like what you're saying. I know I have done some flying in dreams, but it's not a recurring dream. My recurring dream since I was young is not so pleasant. And I mean, I guess I can talk about it because you sort of brought up the Wolfman and the other. I have tornado dreams. There's like a tornado coming. I have to, because I grew up in Michigan and there was tornado stuff going on, warnings, and the siren goes off, you have to get in the basement. So that obviously went into my psyche, but it's all about the fear of, I mean, not necessarily dying, but this monstrous, organic thing moving towards your house that could destroy you and your family. So, and even the sound of it, and The Wizard of Oz was one of my, and still is my favorite movie. So there's something about the tornado, but that's a beautiful story. But so in my tornado dreams, it's always me like trying to get me and whomever I'm with to a safe place. And it often is, someone that I do know, like Jeff, my husband, and always also like the fear of like having to go get my cats and get them to a safe place in the basement. So these play out. And I mean, I honestly know that it's a stress, like something that's really stressful going on in my life, where, when I have a tornado dream, because it really is just like this, like disruptive swirling, right? And, that I have high stress or some anxiety about something. But I did have one, I don't have them that often, but I had one the other day that was very different. And I think it's interesting because of that sensation feeling that we were just talking about, because usually the tornado doesn't ever come, it never gets to me, right? I mean, I see it in the distance, I'm getting somewhere safe, but this time it's like the tornado went very close to where I was, and I felt the winds. I could feel the air and the winds. So I've never experienced that before. So I'm not sure what that is, what kind of breakthrough. But I have to say, I always do get somewhere. I'm always safe. So that's the underlying thing. It's like there's disruptions in our life that create a lot of, chaos. But if I can get somewhere safe and I can remain calm. But yeah, I really want to think about more flying dreams. I know I have. But I grabbed something because I also love that you mentioned dreams, and I haven't done a little card reading like I usually do the animals, but I think this one is really appropriate. I got this new Oracle deck called the Dream Weavers.
Ooh.
So, and it's really stunning. I mean, it's just the box cover, and the woman who created this is Colette Baron Reed, and she worked with an illustrator, this Japanese man and the illustrations are so stunning. And it's this whole, she channeled, I guess, all these, images and worked with him. And It's really about the dream weavers, who are mystical beings who shape reality and act as our helpers from the hidden realms. So I just want, and then I love in the box, it says, you are the magic you're looking for. So I think it's really appropriate that I have you pick a card, Jochen, and if you have a question or something you want more insight, or if you just want to ask spirit for what you need to know in this moment, it's up to you. But let me just.
I have no special question, but
So
I just want to know what's going on.
what spirit may have, yeah, what's, I mean, the really nice basic question general is, what does spirit need to share with you right now for your life, right? So so I'm gonna just, I'll just stop wherever you say stop.
Okay, I say stop.
Okay. So this is, as the weaver's way is true, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the card. It's this beautiful horse.
Uh-huh.
Can you see it? Can you see a bit?
Yeah.
And it looks like there's a moon. I mean, there's a lot of different little images. Looks like the horse has a moon under its chin. And I'll
Beautiful.
read I'll send you a picture of it. It looks like he's up in the sky. Oh, no, actually, no, he is running. I mean, in a way, we'll just quickly see. And they're very. 6. Essential meaning, trusting and surrendering to an essential partnership with the divine, reclaiming your magic. The mythic story of the dream weavers invites us to imagine the purpose of these wise, benevolent beings working on our behalf, who represent the higher wisdom that governs our lives. So if we don't really trust in them or in any divine force, it means we believe only in our human will to make things happen, that everything is on our shoulders to carry. If we can't see the hidden realms, they don't exist. Only what we see does. Even the idea of our higher self is reduced to a philosophical ideal. Effort then becomes primary. Hard work, struggle, goals to achieve, difficult relationships. A lot of people live this way. You don't. You know deep down that you can only do so much on your own. You need this divine partnership to make your life work. You were born to reclaim your magic, your roots in the mystical ways of the world. Trust becomes essential to surviving and thriving. Today, trust the way that is illogical, intuitive, perplexing, curious, and creative. This is the dream weaver's way, and it will always steer you into exploration and adventure. You will meet and befriend extraordinary people who will be your mystical companions. Just keep asking for a sign and the next step will be revealed. Right now, your choice is obvious to your heart. Follow it and trust the outcome. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Dreamweavers.
And we are all your mystical companions. See, we're all on the,
Yes,
we're all
you
on
are.
the computer.
And the higher.
I know, and I love that, it's really a talk about dreams today.
Yeah. Mhm.
Lee, can you, or if you send Jochen that picture, can you send it to me too, or?
Yeah,
All of us.
I could send it to the group.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Thank you.
There are the dreams that we have when we sleep, but then we have dreams about our lives too.
Daydreams.
Daydreams.
Mhm.
Dreams
that's-
take many different iterations.
Mm.
Well, actually, when Heather and I took the dream workshop, for the acting class, and and there's some people who just don't have a dream, and so the assignment is just as Jochen was saying, have a notebook next to your bed and try to write down as much as you can to remember your dream.
Right.
And there are a couple of people who don't have that dream. And so Pam, the teacher and coach, would say, well, then your day is going to be your waking dream. So I was connecting to what Sue was saying. So we are already in a waking dream. And what does this, and then maybe you could jot down all the events that happened today. And what does that really mean for us? So this is our waking dream. So that could be something to consider, you know, and maybe that might be a fun thing for everyone for us to do, is to write down, okay, you know, what did we do today? And just write down all the things and then say, okay, and then reflect upon it. So this is our waking dream. And what does this all mean? And then, you know, there might be some symbolism or cosmic connections or, you know, things like that.
Well, when we are in meditation, we are very relaxed, and you guide us through some pictures. So I'm sure everyone is having another inner picture of a lighthouse and how we go there and sitting around in a circle, and that's also a kind of dream, no?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I also found it fascinating in that class when people did do their waking dreams, because we shared them with the class over and over. If you hear about their whole day, they would have little reoccurrences of the same issue or same thing come up. And it might not be shown in the same way, but when you really jot down everything that happened, it was amazing what insight you could see of what happened through your day. Even the interaction with a clerk at a store, or it was really fascinating.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
I love, Tammy, I just love your card for Jochen and the different years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a, you know, like a diary of 2021 started. So I think you must have come on after your birthday, or maybe we weren't doing birthdays, but I guess I'll go. Yeah, well, happy birthday, Jochen. Love you. Thank you for this question. I used to have a reoccurring bad dream, and I haven't had it for many, many years. So whatever that was about, I believe is probably resolved. And I had great dreams last night. I never remember them. They're always so detailed, and they feel like they were all night long, you know, but I can only remember bits and pieces of them. And interestingly enough, when you talked about drinking, years ago, it wasn't drinking, but I used to take I think it was like Advil, nighttime Advil to sleep. And because I was having some pain issues and I couldn't sleep. So that was like a kind of like a sleeping pill, I guess. So I could sleep through the night, and I didn't dream. I probably took that for a couple of years, and then it was eroding my esophagus. I mean, it was doing all kinds of stuff to me, and I just stopped and I started dreaming again. So interesting how, that's my reasoning for it. I don't know if it was really true, but, and funny, Lee, how you said, the Wizard of Oz, because Dorothy was dreaming all that.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, and you always dream about the tornadoes. So that's interesting, right? But I've been having a reoccurring, my mom's been coming to me in my dreams. And when that first started happening, I'd wake up and I'd be sobbing. I would just be like, it just, oh my God, I miss her so much. But now when she comes, I'm so happy, and we're doing something that we used to do. And we could always take her shopping. We go out to lunch, whatever it would be, and to the beach. And I think the last time I had it, my father was with her. And so I thought that was an interesting, because it was usually just the two of us. And I woke up and I'm like, Dad, thanks for coming along. It was nice to have you. So now I wake up and I feel so much joy. I'm just it's completely done a 180 for me. So I'm really, really happy when she comes to my dreams. And so that's, that's pretty cool. But yeah, so I think dreams are just fascinating. I don't, it's just bizarre. I don't know. I'm not one to write things down. And I think about like, when do you write it down? I mean, I'm just so like, I need coffee. Like, I don't have.
That's so funny.
What am I gonna write this? I don't know. That just seems like annoying to me. I don't guess I want to know enough to write it down. But I'll have to look into the dream book. And people have asked me that. We've had conversations lately about that. You know, what do you think about dreams? And I said, I have no idea. And who knows? I mean, who really knows, right? How do you know?
Right.
It's
Right.
kind of like what happens after you die. Who knows? You know, you're not going to know until. So thank you for that. And much, much love. Have a wonderful birthday year. You are just exactly what everyone said, and especially Reverend Barbara, really. You're just such a light. You're just such a light. Just you emanate that light and your talents. You just bring so much joy when you send your videos of the concerts. I can't tell you how much I enjoy that. So thank you. Love you.
Mm.
Thank you, Tammy. And I think Jochen had a good point. I'm like you about writing down the dreams, because I could sit there and sometimes write for over an hour because I remember such detail. Like on these, when we took the dream workshop, I remember one day I was like late for class because I was writing for like almost 2 hours of all my dream and the details, and it was crazy. But Jochen, you had a good point of just jotting down a few words, because then it jars your memory, or you remember, or that's the theme that you need to know. Or so you could also, while you're having your coffee, just jot down a few words. You don't have to write.
Exactly. I had the same thing. I was doing dream book for a long time, and I would spend an hour writing the dreams. But the one person that I had read about who was also at some classes, what Jochen said, I mean, he calls them snippets. You just write a little tiny minute, like a sentence or a couple words that then create the adjectives or, the description. But I still have a hard time because I keep writing all the details. But I haven't written, I know, I keep meaning to write it, I think it depends on our brains, right? Some of us just have to write all the details, but I haven't done my dream book in a while. So now I'm inspired because I was pretty good for, quite some time.
Hey, Miss Linda, you look gorgeous.
Thank you, RG. Thank you. Morning, everybody. I had the same thing. I've had I wouldn't say they were, well, I had them often. They're not like reoccurring, but flying dreams, which they make me happy. Those really, I really enjoy that. Last one I had, I was flying in the sky, and I was trying to go up to a building and different things. I remember after I had my surgery, that was in 2020, like literally that night I slept, I had a dream I was flying. And my girlfriend kind of said that was almost like the everything, the trauma, everything was just flying away. That was a very good symbol of lightness. And I loved that. When she told me that, I was like, wow, that was deep, because I haven't had a flying dream like that in a long, long time. And that was one of my first ones I had in a while. And or if I'm running, I think, the last time I had a dream, I was running. I said, wait a minute, I can fly. Let me get over there. I can get there faster by flying. And then I just levitated and started flying. So that one was pretty cool. The other dream I had, well, I have reoccurring nightmares, and I know everybody says you shouldn't call them nightmares, but I have this dream all the time where I turn on the light and it doesn't come on. And I'll turn on another light and it doesn't come on. And that was constantly reoccurring. I haven't had in a long time. I'm grateful, because it was frightening. Like I'll be sleeping and I'll try and wake up. I'll wake up and I turn on the light next to me, like the lamp, and it won't come on. Then I'll try and run and get another light, and just I don't know. I don't know what it means. I still haven't figured it out.
What does Cathcart say?
I don't remember ever. I haven't told him about that in a long time. I mean, I think I have one friend that said, it's about showing my light. I think she said something to that effect. I don't know if that's really it or not, but I don't know. I had to ask him. That's a good point to bring it up because I haven't had it in a long time, but that was constantly from the time I was younger to now. Whatever it is, that's what happens. But I like how you said, Jochen, to say the thing of the positive dreams, which is true, the positive dreams. I had lots of dreams about traveling. I would say those are reoccurring too. Different facets of traveling and people. There's always traveling and people. That's the theme of my dreams. Traveling people, traveling people, traveling people. Either
that's
getting
what you
somewhere
do,
or coming back
travel.
from somewhere. And I traveled. And that's I'm traveling somewhere, I'm getting somewhere, coming back from somewhere. Those are mine. And happy birthday again, Jochen. You are
Thank
such a
you.
light, as everyone said. Ditto
Oh.
everyone was saying. I mean, it's just your voice when you sing, your instruments you play. It's just beautiful. You're such a beautiful soul. Really, really beautiful spirit. So grateful you're with us. I'm so grateful to call you my friend. I love you. Happy birthday.
Linda, I was just curious, when you have that dream about the not being able to turn the light on, do you remember how you feel? How you feel that you can't turn the light on, or
Scared.
you're scared?
Scared. I wake up scared.
So you might want to jot when those things happen, is there something that you're scared about in life that's going on at that time? It might just be that is something your subconscious is just saying, hey, I'm scared to whatever, maybe, you know, when it was about the job or about, you know, a trip or about, it might be as simple as that, just something that you're.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, thank you,
It doesn't
Heather.
have to be complicated, right? Exactly.
Yeah, it can be very simple, and it might not be something huge you're scared of. It could be a roach. It could be a, you know, going whatever, you know, flying in a plane or.
Right.
Anything.
And Lee, I loved how you shared like that we can program ourselves, because that's what we did for the dream workshop. We wrote ourselves a letter the night before asking what our inner self needs to know to, you know, to help us overcome our struggles or whatever. There was like this little thing that we wrote, and that's what the dream answered our question. So you can program or ask a question before you go to bed, or, you know, and also sometimes dreams are not dreams. Sometimes for me, they're premonitions, and sometimes they're past events. So it's so much we don't know about it, but there's been quite a few of my dreams that have come true. So they're actually events that really do happen in the future. So, and Lee just told us about this thing. I don't know if you guys like to play games. It's a game called Wordle, and you just go to NewYorkTimes.com. And you just have to guess the 5-letter word, and you have 6 tries, and it's fun if you like games. But Lee, I was just last night I'm asking for the Wordle before I go to bed to see if I wake up with the word.
Really? Did you come up with the word in your dream?
Well, I woke up this morning with a word, but now I don't remember it because I didn't jot it down. But I did have a 5-letter word, and I don't remember.
It's not supposed to be that hard.
They are hard.
Eleni does it every single morning. It's like one of the first things she does. And it's the only thing she ever posts on Facebook is the Wordle thing. And I'm like, oh my God.
You become addicted to doing it. Well, I mean, it's fun. It's a brain, it challenges the brain. But it's funny you do that, because Heather, usually I will just sit for a moment and just let whatever the first word pops into my head without thinking too much, or I look down at, which is more like an oracle, and I see on my book here, dream, I would write dream, DREAM. That's how I usually do it.
Me too.
Yeah, she'll show me her phone in the morning, like if we're having coffee on her porch. And this is just when I'm in Syracuse, and I'll see it immediately, usually. And she's like, every time. And I said, I used to love those, when it was in the paper, when you had to figure out the word. I mean, she has an app, so I don't know if it's the same thing that you guys do, but you know, if everybody
Used
had
to-
the same Wordle, did they do the same Wordle or?
I mean, it should be. I mean, there is a Wordle app, but I just do it like my link for the New York Times. I don't know. I have it on my, an open tab on my phone, and it just
Maybe
refreshes
she
each
does.
day, and it keeps your stats. Yeah, I mean, it's really it's definitely fun and challenges the
fun.
brain.
Yeah, it is fun.
Oh,
Yes,
I
several of my friends, I'm so sorry, RD.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Several
Lynn.
of my friends do it in our crew chat. They always post it and every day. So it's about, I think 5 of us that do it. I don't do it, but Jocelyn, Sylvia, Kurt, Ella. Yeah, I think 4 of them.
Wow, it's very popular, huh?
Yeah, very
Oh,
popular.
it's very popular. I don't
And,
do
and
it
Daphne.
because
Daphne
I
does
don't
it too. There's 5.
understand it.
I don't understand it either. I kind of looked at it and I was
Right.
with her one day doing it and she was like, oh, darn it, that word. And she's trying to get it. And
Well,
we
it's kind
put
of
emojis.
like, what's that show with Pat Sajak? You know,
Jeopardy.
no, the other one,
Oh.
Wheel of
Savannah.
Fortune.
where they turn the number or they turn the
Oh.
letter.
Wheel
Yeah.
of Fortune.
So, right, so my girlfriend, she starts out with the same letters every time, kind of like those people do. So I used to watch
Oh.
my parents every night. And so there's certain letters that come up more than others. So she has some that she starts out with immediately. I guess that's how it works. How many tries you get and then goes from there. So I don't know. People are trying to figure it out, what ones are more common, I guess,
Mhm.
show up more often.
Well, I would like to sing a song for Jochen.
Oh.
I'm taking the singing lessons with the head assist, Laurel. So I thought I'd sing this one, which I've been working on. So I don't know. The hills are alive with the sound of music, with songs they have sung for 1,000 years. The hills fill my heart with the sound of music. My heart wants to sing every song it hears. My heart wants to beat like the wings of the birds that rise from the lake to the trees. My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from a church on a breeze. To laugh like a brook when it trips and falls over stones on its way. To sing through the night like a lark who is learning to pray.
Wow.
I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more. Happy
Bravo!
birthday.
Bravo! Bravo!
Happy,
RD,
happy.
bravo! Yay!
Beautiful.
Encore.
Encore! Encore!
One of my
Bravo.
favorite movies of all times, And we used to sing Edelweiss to the kids as the lullaby. I love that song. Thank you. That was
Beautiful.
wonderful.
Beautiful.
I love
This is
it.
Wonderful. Thank you, RD.
Well, I always think about whenever you have birthdays, we have a wonderful song.
Yes.
So, Jochen, you sang beautiful songs. I said, well, let's sing a song. So,
Great job.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
anyway,
And I just found the video of last year of RD's birthday. I just randomly, because yesterday's bells inspired me to start cleaning up and organizing my emails. I was so inspired from our talk yesterday. And I came across the recording from RD's birthday and I listened to the beginning of it. And Jochen, you had sung You Are My Sunshine.
Oh,
Okay.
It's beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Ah.
Wow.
love that song too. That's great.
Mhm. Nice.
Oh, on that note, would you like to continue with the meditation or do you want to close with something different? What would you like to do?
Oh yeah, I like meditation.
Okay, now let's do a nice meditation together. How about that? It's so beautiful to be with all of you. And maybe Barbara, do you want to close the meditation for Jochen? Okay.
Okay,
I'll
okay,
let you know when we get there.
okay.
Okay, great. That'll be
Happy
beautiful.
birthday, Johan. I love
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Love
Jochen.
you. Mwah.
It was fun celebrating you today. Thank you for the fun question.
That was great.
I love dreams.
Mm, mm.
So let's just relax. And I'm going to mute everybody here. Okay, great. And just relax and breathe. Sit comfortably in our chairs. Open our hearts. Clear our mind. And let's imagine that we're all gathered together in Berlin with Jochen, sitting along the river, the beautiful trees. The clouds are gently rolling by. And let's begin our time with the ringing of the bells. So talk about dreams. Let's imagine that we are with Jochen in Berlin, maybe at the zoo, or maybe could see the beautiful skyline of all the incredible architectural buildings there. We can wander together in the parks, have a beautiful drink together. And now let's settle down by the lake. Welcome the cool breezes. Could feel the warmth of the sun. Colorful flowers are surrounding us. You could hear the sound of the birds. And we are all together, a beautiful garden of flowers, of jasmine, peonies, lavender, colorful flowers. And above us are a big canopy of trees, and their leaves are gently waving. So let's just take this time and just be, enjoying the company of being with each other. And just relax. Join our hearts as one. And just listen. Listen to the music. Listen to the choir. Listen to our hearts. And as we're sitting together by the lake, you can see the swans gently dancing on the water, the beautiful blue skies, and feel the warmth of the sun. And so let's come together and just be together. And Barbara will share. Your hands up. You and his peace. You Om Shri Om Shri Om Shri May our beautiful brother in life receive in physical form his most cherished dreams. May they all be manifested into reality, and that he is in joy now, knowing that they are coming into his life. May Jochen receive showers of divine love, light throughout his entire being. For he is a human angel here on this beautiful planet, sharing his gifts of spirit with the world. We receive grace from Jochen's presence in our lives and the lives of others, and we are deeply grateful.
Oh, God gratitude. Oh, God gratitude. Om Shri Shri. Om Shri Shri. Om Yayo Loritorele Morityo Lariom. Oh, and so it is for Jochen and all of the beloved beings on this planet who you have encountered and brought into your sphere of existence, the lives that you've touched, the people that you've loved and they have loved you and continue to love you. Abundant divine blessings upon you, dear one. Divine blessings. And may grace continue to shower upon your life and the lives of all that you love and care for. And may we all be and continue to benefit from the love, for we are all one love, one light, one peace, one with all that is in all of the universe. Ubuntu, Aho, Namaste, Namaste. Esbao, Esbao, Esbao.
And so let's all come back together and take our hands, just rub them together. And then thank you, that's so beautiful. And crush your face, little gentle little taps. And rub your head and your ears and little gentle taps along your arms. And a little tap dance on the earth. And then we say, Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Jochen.
Happy birthday to you.
Many more.
Many more.
Cha
Are
cha
you
cha.
one? Are you two? Are you three? Are you four?
This is your bells choir.
Yes, yes.
Happy birthday.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. I love you, really. I'm so happy. You made me very happy. Thank you all for singing and telling your secret dreams to me. It was a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you. We love
Mwah.
you.
Yeah,
Mwah. Love
thank you
you.
very much.
What are your plans this weekend? Do you have plans?
I have to work. I have rehearsals tomorrow.